The record.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How are you today?
We are fine, thank you. And you?
It's okay, you can have your pizza, that's fine. But make sure that you are listening me, okay? So today we are here to discuss something very important topic, that is regarding workplace health and safety. And I'm sure you have ever heard about it. Like, have you ever heard about it? Workplace health and safety, something like that.
Yes, in
Yeah.
work, we
In-
always are, while doing induction, we
Yeah,
have.
that's right. Because so you all are working?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so have you ever have any experience while working that regarding any injury or something like that? Ever heard about it or ever experienced or something happened with any of you that, sorry about that, but hopefully not. But if anyone is interested, they want to share some experience with us that, no, he's, no? Okay, that's fine, it's okay. Because what happened, the workplace health and safety is very important. Like anyone who is working in any of type of the workplace scenarios, because today we are discussing basically on a basic note, we are discussing about workplace health and safety on every type of jobs, that how you can safeguard yourself and what are the responsibility as a employee and what are the responsibilities of your employer as well. So all these things we will discuss in this lecture, but the main thing we will discuss about incident reporting, that if such thing happens, how you will report the incidents in a format, in a straight manner, in a actually official manner, so that if something has happened and if you pass on that information, it will be much clear. And the management, they can use it to for future purposes, that how they can safeguard if such thing happen in future, to avoid any type of workplace injuries. So firstly we will discuss about what is exactly workplace health and safety. Have you ever heard about anything like, I know you said yes, you have heard it. So anyone who is interested to tell me that what exactly hazard is, if we because under workplace health and safety, the main thing is to safeguard yourself from any type of hazard. So anyone is interested to tell me that what is hazard, if anyone wants to. Yeah,
hazard.
Anything that can harm.
Yeah, exactly. So hazard is like anything that can risk the life of a person. So that actually is type that increase the risk of something that can cause injury or any type of accidents. So under workplace health and safety, there are some specific laws that has already been decided by Government of Australia, that all type of organization, wherever you work, if you work in all type of departments, organization, if you work, then what are the laws that are important in Australia that comes under workplace health and safety. So I will not bore you, I will not actually bore you by discussing all those regulations and all, because I know wherever you will work in future, or if you're working, so you surely go through the regulations already, that in your workplace area, that what are the rules and regulations you have to follow up. So I just want to tell you that rules and regulation is like a policy, is a body of organization, like set of organization, who is responsible for maintaining that laws, work health and safety laws, and they make sure that all those employers or employees, they follow that laws. Okay, so did you get that?
Yes.
Clear about it?
Yeah.
So is any type of examples you want to discuss, that what comes under workplace health and safety, like what sort of workplace health and safety, like where you work?
I'm working in a pharmaceutical company.
Okay, pharmaceutical company. So what sort of examples you can provide us, that what should like what your employer makes sure that they have such type of facilities that will not cause any harm to you.
Yeah. So there's like different kind of materials like corrosive liquids and stuff like
Yeah,
that, cytotoxic and stuff.
Absolutely.
They make sure like they're stored safely.
Okay,
So
great. So hopefully in your organizations as well, like you understand, like you got the point that what sort of examples that, like if you work in specific places, what are the things you cover that the company covers so that employees they can work properly. So the next thing we will discuss about specifically, we'll talk about workplace injuries, that what type of workplace injuries, and if in case such injury happened, then what you can do, what's your first step to do about it. So we'll take one scenario, but before taking that scenario I will discuss with you, just one moment please. Okay, so before talking about the actual scenario, we will firstly talk about work health and safety incident report. So when something happened, for example, this is visible to all of you? Are you able to see it? If you don't, then I can put it on the TV and then you can see it easily. Okay, all good? That's fine, thank you. So workplace health and safety incident reporting is very important. Why? What do you think? Why it is important? Why we should report all, if something happened, why we should report it?
to ensure it doesn't happen in the future.
In the future, exactly. And the main important is that, because if you report that incident instantly, then the management, they can easily go through it and they get to know that what exactly has happened and how in future it can be avoided. So that's why it's very much important. So there are some basic requirements relevant to incident reporting. So what are that all unsafe work is serious whether an injury occurs or not. If anything happened, whether injury occurred or not, but what your first responsibility to note down that incident into the report form, because that incident happened, doesn't matter if somebody is hurt or not. And the second is, you must record all incidents in the register of injuries and investigate why the incident occurred. And the third one is, document the investigation, the outcome. Firstly, you should write down and then document the outcome as well, what the outcome of that incident is, whether that has been recorded or not, and all work changes or risk controls put in place as a result, and how you have communicated these changes into your workers. So this document has covered that every person is responsible for that, whether it is a employee or a employer. On an employee basis, what your responsibility? To write down the report form instantly. That must cover all those information. Who did that? Who injured? What has happened? At what time? That are the important things. And on the contrary, what's the employer's responsibility? That they should document that investigation properly. They should write down the outcomes, what the outcome came out, like after they have investigated the scenario, and what are the changes they have actually put in action so that this incident will never happen again in future. So did you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you. So then we will go through just one short video that will show you that why it is important. So just one moment. So this is visible, your system is, yeah.
In or impacted by an accident receives the necessary support.
Started from Anisha.
Reporting incidents is an important part of employee safety and quality improvement. It ensures every person involved in or impacted by an accident receives the necessary support. This improves the health and safety of employees, leading to new or improved policies and procedures, supports, services, or learning programs for employees, and better communication. Incident reporting provides an opportunity to stop, look, and reflect on what happened and how we could have done it better. How do I know if it is an incident? If you feel uncomfortable or have made a mistake at work, please report no matter how minor it seems to be. Report as soon as reasonably practicable to your supervisor, Quantum Safety Relevant Line Manager, Network Control if affecting the Sydney Trains rail network, Safety Incident and Injury Hotline, and log it on Quantum Safety Report Incident website portal, outlining the basic details of the occurrence. For more information, please refer to the links below.
Okay.
Warren Buffett said, "It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes."
So that's actually a nice quote. Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
So what you got from this video? Does anyone want to tell me just in a few words that what exactly you got from this video? Anyone who is interested, volunteer? Yeah. Yeah, just tell me, Ram. What do you think that what exactly it is like has been, shown into the video?
It's like whenever in a workplace there is like a injury
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
no matter how small it is,
Yeah.
you should always like
Yeah.
report it,
Exactly.
and that has got benefit. Like
Yeah.
we can learn from that. We
Yeah.
can also communicate risk.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Good job. So Amal, what do you think?
Yes.
So we have go through workplace health and safety. We discussed little bit, not in a deep, like we just on a brief note we have discussed what exactly workplace health and safety, why it is important, and the main thing that we are discussing today in this lecture is incident reporting. So what you got till this point? Like what exactly do you think that why it is important?
So that it doesn't happen in the future.
Yeah.
And we should always follow rules and regulations.
Yep.
And yeah.
Okay, so you got it, yeah? So the main basic point is that it is a responsibility of employees to, what are the responsibilities of employees? To write down it properly in a proper format. Because every organization, they have set of formats that has actually, it was given to you or shown to you during your training session, wherever you worked. And that's very important point for every organization. If they don't go through to that actual training session, they actually lack something, because incident reporting, how to fill the forms, because that's become a set of evidence that to understand what exactly has happened. Are you feeling bored in this session? No, if you're feeling bored, then we can go through some interesting, because we are discussing now, because now we will do some little bit practical work, so that we'll learn that how to fill the form, and then I will give you one of the scenario, and so you will think according to that scenario, that what are the main points, bullet points under that scenario, and you have to fill the form, incident reporting form, according to that scenario. So are you all okay? I know it's evening time, it's time to sleep, but I'm really sorry, because I have to, we have to go through, because this is very much important for all of us. So because we are all working here, so we will work in future as well. So that's the important topic that helps you in your future as well. So, and I think it's windy that actually giving some, Okay, so I'll distribute incident forms to you guys, and then we will go through that what we will put it here according to the scenario. Okay? So That's your incident form.
Let's grab it.
Can't
Wait. This can also be incident, right?
Yeah.
It is a
And
So we need to fill this or is this?
Okay, yeah, you have to fill this, but before filling that, I will give you one of the scenario. I will show you a picture. You will look into the picture firstly. Okay, so then we will discuss what has happened and why this has happened, and what are the things that could prevent it from happening in future. Okay, that because if something has happened, like for example, if something has happened and somebody got injured, that actually affect their life for lifetime as well. You know that if we are doing in a workplace like physical things. So where you work,
I'm working with NGP.
so what sort of things you do over there?
I'm a support worker here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So, do you, as working as a support worker, have ever experienced anything bad that actually affected you?
No.
It doesn't matter with the physical; it can affect your mental state as well. Health and safety doesn't mean that has to be cover only the physical aspects, like physical health, like your back pain or your injury, like physical injury. Health and safety can cause your mental state as well. For example, pressure, employer pressure, peer pressure, where you working, okay? And what we can discuss, stress, you are underpaid, you are not, and somebody is actually bullying you, harassing you, so that actually gives you mental issues. Yes, Amal? What happened?
No.
Do you want to discuss something?
No.
Okay, so have you ever got any ever experienced any mental stress or anxiety during the workplace?
Yeah, I would say like a pressure, like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
workload.
Workload?
Yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. So that's because when you go through your work, that actually the workload, sometimes it's really more demanding from you as compared to your actual capability, ability. So that actually cause sometimes stress. So let's start. I will show you a picture and then you will look into it and just tell me that what do you think that what has happened, that and what can avoid in future if such thing has happened, what the person can avoid so that they can't hurt. Okay, so let's start with it. So I will show you a picture now. So this is the picture actually. So I think I should bring the table here, but that's fine. Okay. Are you able to see that picture? Yeah. So can you tell me what's going on here? Any guesses? If you want to see it again, I can show it to you individually. So I can tell you the scenario. What's going on? So this is Jack.
Yeah.
So Jack is actually working in a fast food restaurant in evening after his school and on weekends. So one Friday afternoon, Jack had directed the fire. At one point, Jack walked across carrying a basket of French fries. He didn't see something spilled on the floor and he slipped and fell. He landed on his tailbone and seriously injured. Now Jack has pain that won't go away and he has trouble in walking and sitting. So, did you understand the scenario?
Yes.
So what do you think that what's happening here? If you see in the picture, what do you think? What is happening here? I already shared with you the scenario. So what are your comments on it, on this picture? What do you think?
It's like an incident in the workplace.
Yeah.
And you can see like due to maybe
Mhm.
I load of work.
Yeah.
He didn't see the hazard.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe the store will be more busy, the restaurant will be more busy,
Yeah.
more orders, and he's just working, just want to complete his order
Yeah.
and just doing work. He hasn't noticed like that there is something on the floor.
Yeah.
And what do you think that why somebody spilled on the floor? Whose mistake is this? What do you think, Owen?
It's everybody's mistake. No, like everybody has like responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has responsibility. Wherever we work, okay. So, for example, the person. If we take the Jack, so Jack is working in a restaurant. If somebody spills something on the floor, then their responsibility to clean it instantly, or ask their cleaner to clean it instantly so that it will not cause any issue to anyone. But they didn't realize their responsibility at that time, and they didn't did that instantly on the support. And what happened? This incident has happened, and this incident is actually affected Jack seriously because it gave him actually a permanent pain that will never go away, because his tailbone actually got injured. And you know that tailbone is actually, if something happened to that, the pain will never go, and there are more issues attached to it. So here what is happening, this is happening that somebody spilled it and he didn't realize it. Maybe the workload, restaurant is busy, and he just fell on the floor, and this has happened. And what are the things you think that can prevent this one? Amal? Yeah, just
Maybe like you can put a sign.
yeah, put a, what we put it, wet. We have some set
Actual
of
sign.
slows signs that somebody should put it over there. And along with that, what do you think? What
Wet floor signs.
yeah, and what other things that can avoid this incident? Maybe the pressure, maybe there were lack of staff. There were not proper staff, and that's why Jack is too busy and doing all of the things by himself
Yeah.
rather than somebody's other sharing. So it's mistake of employer as well.
Yeah.
He didn't hire many staff in their restaurant so that such things never happen again. Yeah. So let's start with that, how we should report this incident in this form. So this is a basic form actually. This is example of an incident report form. Every organization, they have the individual set of forms. It little bit differ because some organization they need some deep information, some every set of things. Wherever even a security officer, you know that. If you work as a security officer, have you ever worked as a security officer, or have you ever have anyone that worked as a security officer? Because I know that one of my friend, he was like worked as a security officer, and he told me what happened, like there was some set of drunkie, the people who they